Hi. So I really like plants. I think they are great decoration and they just look very nice. But they require maintenance. They require to give them water and light. And I usually fail to do that. So this is why I came up with idea to make device that would do all those things for me. So I can just enjoy plants in my room and don't really care. And this is device that I made. I actually made this 1 year ago, but unfortunately I made some mistakes and it just broke down after a few days. And I didn't really care to fix it because my plant died and I just didn't think it's worth it. But recently I decided to finally do it and this is what I came up with. So what this device has to do is actually only to water my plants and turn on light at the right time. So this whole device is actually just an overcomplicated timer. To water my plants I made this thing. Inside there's an empty plastic water bottle and an electric pump. They are all connected to each other with those plastic pipes or whatever to call them, I don't know. Here you can see I hooked up this electric pump directly to the power supply and you can see that when I close the circuit, water goes from the bottle, through the pump to the pot itself. And in the pot I've mounted a little plastic straw with some holes poked into it. You can see water leaking out from it and when pump is running, water is coming out with much higher pressure. Also recording this I've noticed that water was a little bit leaking from the pot, but I didn't do anything about this. It's not like I should be worried about that, right?
Oops.
And of course my plant also needs a light for photosynthesis. And that was a little bit of a problem because I have completely no idea about plants and biology. I had no idea what kind of lights I should use, but fortunately I found on the internet this diagram that shows what's the best wavelength of light for photosynthesis. So I bought whatever was closest to those values and I just hope it will work. I mean, my plant didn't die yet, but as I said, I have no idea about biology, so I don't know if this is because I chose right lights. And then I made this PCB from whatever I had in my room at the time. And of course I didn't bother to make any schematics, so I end up just drawing some lines on the copper with a Sharpie. And I know it looks crappy, but it is made of crap after all. And I made special covering for that, so it's not gonna be visible anyway. The device itself I tried to keep as minimalistic as I can, so on the front there's only a OLED display and one button. Most of things like power switch or serial port I placed on the back, so it's less visible. Inside I added some RGB lights, because why not, I guess, and I really like how it looks in the dark. Although there's not much space left for the pot itself, but I'm not really planning to keep any bigger plants anyway. Overall I think it looks pretty cool, at least from the distance. I mean, it's 1 year old project, so there are some scratches and some things just doesn't fit perfectly. And it was also completely handmade, and I don't really have proper tools for anything, so after all I'm really happy with how it came up. And I hope that you also like it, and thank you for watching.